I was looking at my bank account and I noticed that my Adobe subscription for Photoshop and the entire Adobe suite went from like $34.99 to $69.99, and I really don't know if we're gonna keep it. My husband uses it for his video editing software. I don't. I only use Photoshop, but pretty much everything I can do in Photoshop I can do for free on Photopea. So we're really considering getting rid of the Adobe suite, maybe purchasing just something for him for video editing. So in today's video, I want to walk you through just the simple things that I do in Photopea for my print-on-demand business. It's only a select few things that I do, but I wanted to show you what they were in case you don't know how to do them. Anything that I want to do inside of Photoshop, I can do in Photopea. So here are the main things that I'll do. Okay, I pulled over inside of Canva some elements over here, and if I click on the Zap one, you'll see that inside of Canva, there's been this update where Canva will pull the colors from the graphic and show you them up here, and you can come in here and you can change the color, which is super helpful. They didn't used to do that. Same thing for this one, but you'll notice that on other graphics, this is not the case. You cannot alter the colors strictly from Canva. This is the primary reason that I would use Photopea. So let me show you what I would do. I'm going to get this graphic on a page by itself and make it as large as the page or a bit smaller. I'm going to download it, share, download as a transparent file. It's going to be titled Untitled. And then in Photopea, I'm going to go to Open from Computer and upload it. Over here on this left bar, I would go to this paint bucket tool. Sometimes you have to click into it. You see this little arrow, like arrow thing in the corner. That tells you that there's another option. If you hold it down, you can click into it. So you see it has a gradient tool and a paint bucket tool. I'm going to be on the paint bucket tool, and then I'm going to click on this little color swatch down here and choose the color that I need. Let's say that the color that you need is inside of Canva. So let's say it's like this purple right here that you need. I can click on that color and then click on this plus sign right here and grab this hex code. So I'm going to copy that hex code, come back over here to Photopea, and I'm going to paste it down here next to the hashtag, and it's going to go to that color. Or you can just, slide this up and down and choose whatever color that you want to choose. So let's say that we want like a really saturated orange and it's not in there. I'm going to click OK. So I have the orange selected. It's the one on top down here in the color swatches. And then I just click inside of whichever shapes that I want to be that color. This is probably the primary thing that I would use Photopea for. Another thing that I would do is I use this magic wand tool right here. If I click on it, you've got, let's see, magic wand, quick selection, object selection. I just use the magic wand, and let's say that I want to get rid of some of these squares in here. Like I don't want the blue ones. I want it to be transparent right there and show this, let's say it's going on a shirt, show the shirt color through it. I will select, okay, you see how it selected more than I wanted. If I zoom in, these little marching ants are around more than just what I was trying to select. If that happens to you, up here, mess with the tolerance. I want to change it to 10, and then I'm going to click Command D to deselect everything. If you're on a PC, it'll be Control D, and then I'm going to try to select that pink again. Okay, it's still selecting more than I want it to. Okay, so I got it to change to 10. If you're having trouble with that, just click this little arrow right next to it and you can mess with it that right there with the slider. If you click contiguous, it's going to only select the color that you want, and then you can hit backspace and it will erase it. Now if you deselect contiguous and then you select, let's say, the orange, it's going to select all of the oranges on here, and then I backspace and it gets rid of all of them. It's doing the same thing if I select anti-alias too, so you can just play around with that. Usually I would just have contiguous selected, and then I would just select it one at a time and get rid of it. That's probably right up there with the top reason why I would use Photopea. And then remember, Control D to deselect everything to get those little ants to go away. Another thing that I do in here is I will go to Image, Adjustment, Replace Color at the very bottom, and I click right here on Hue, and then I'm going to click on the color that I want to replace inside of the graphic. So right now I'm clicking on like this pink fuchsia kind of color, and I'm going to click OK. So you see it already changed it because I've got some settings in here already. but I can mess with the hue if I want them all to be like green. Let's keep going. I can make them more saturated or less saturated. I can increase the lightness or make them darker. This is a way that you can, select one color inside of a graphic and then change it up. You can do masks in here as well. I don't do that very often. The last main reason why I would use Photopea would be for smart object mockups. So let's say that this is a smart object mockup that I bought from Moxie Mama. It's an ICP candle, Inner Circle Prints. I'll open it up in here so you'll see it's a .psd, so it's a Photoshop file. And then I will double click on this smart object layer. You'll see it has that little square in the right corner. Double click on that and it opens up another tab up here at the top. I will place my artwork here. I'll go to File, Open, and Place. I'm just gonna put this in here even though it's not for a candle. And I'm gonna click the check mark and then I'm gonna do File, Save Smart Object, and then over here it has been placed onto my candle mockup. Those are the main reasons why I use Photopea. So number one, it was grabbing the paint bucket tool and doing a color fill. Remember, you can always do Command Z or Control Z to undo it. I've been doing that so long. One time I went into a ditch and wrecked my car, and in my mind I was like, oh man, I wish I could hit Control Z, which is so stupid, but yeah, it went through my mind. Make sure you're on the layer that you want to select. So the first one was the paint bucket tool, changing the color. The second one was clicking the magic wand, messing with the tolerance, the contiguous up here, selecting an area, and then backspacing to get rid of it. And then the third one was going to Image, Adjustments, Replace Color, clicking on Hue, selecting the color that you want to replace, and then messing with these presets to change the color in there. There's a lot that you can do inside of Image, Adjustments. And then the last one was the Smart Object Mockup. So let me know why you use Photopea, and in another video we'll get into more of the smart objects, how you create them in Photopea, and then also how you can do masks inside of Photopea.